Look at me. Aren't you sick of this nonsense? The shouting, the chest thumping, the be an alpha or you're a beta piece of trash sermon. Doesn't that circus make you want to puke? If it does, that's good. Then we can talk like men do. I'm Mitchell T. Palmer, and I wrote the book, You're Not an Alpha, You're an Asshole. This is the brutal truth about real power. If you already know this is your lane, the link for the book is in the description below. Buy it now and come right back. I'm not here to coddle you, I'm here to make things clear. So let's burn the stupid myth first. The alpha wolf fairy tale came from watching captive animals do what families don't do, ever. Even the people who pushed this concept later admitted that they were wrong. Yet the internet built an entire masculinity costume out of louder and harsher. That's how the toxic masculinity crowd got oxygen. These plastic alpha clowns made enough noise to prove their point for them. Here's the correction. Real power isn't volume, it's weight. Weight is what a room feels when a man who keeps his word walks in. There's no bark, there's no flexing, there's no preening, just gravity. People sense it and start measuring themselves without being told to. Where does that weight come from, though? Well, not tricks, not tactics, lines. See, a man draws lines in the sand of his life, and he refuses to cross them, even when no one's watching. That refusal builds weight, and over time, that weight does the talking. That's masculinity you don't have to advertise. You don't take manhood from someone else. You become hard to move. You stop borrowing status from noise and you start carrying authority built from the quiet math of your own life. That's the whole shift. This is where most men spin out of control. They think a louder voice and a colder stare or a handful of copy and pasted tricks make them a leader. Then Monday hits. The bills hit, the marriage hits, the team looks at them and sees through the act because there's no weight behind it. Measured masculinity isn't about being nicer or softer. It's about being true. True in money. You don't pretend to build, you actually build. True in marriage. You don't posture affection, you show up where and when it counts. True leadership. You don't perform confidence, you carry clarity and consequence. So let's make this plain. If you're broke, louder won't fix it. The truth will. You either ship value or you don't. If your marriage is brittle, well, threats and posturing won't fix it. Presence will. You either show up or you don't. If your team ignores you, intimidation won't fix it. Standards will. You either honor that line you've drawn or you don't. You see the pattern? Not tactics. Truth. And truth has a habit. It keeps receipts. Your life already knows this score. Your body, your bank account, your woman, your crew, they've been reading your receipts for years. The only person left to convince is you. If this is landing and you want it translated into language you can carry every day, that's what this book is for. It names the things so you can finally see them. And once you've seen them, well, you can't unsee them. If you want eyes on your life while you change it, Identity Reboot coaching is also in the description below. Now, there's your mid-video invitation. Take it or don't. Your receipts will answer either way. Now, here's a concept you won't find in the carnival of the noisy alpha. This is called the quiet test. I want you to turn down the volume in the room, just in your head, and then ask yourself, if I say nothing, does my presence still change the temperature of the room? If the answer is no, the work isn't to get louder, the work is to get truer. Tighten your lines until your presence carries weight without a word. Real authority is felt, not announced. Another is the mirror. Most men use it to adjust their face. Use it to adjust your life. When you look, don't ask, how do I look? Ask, what promises have I kept? What promises have I broken? That question ends the need for anyone else's approval or for anyone else's attack. The verdict doesn't care about your story. It cares what stayed true. And one more is the cost. See, every time you cross your own lines, you pay in silence. Your woman feels it. Your kids feel it. Your team feels it, but you feel it most. You can drown that feeling in noise, in grinded out quotes, in the alpha costume. It doesn't matter. The bills show up anyway. Or you can start paying something better, the price of truth. See, it hurts less, but it pays so much more. Men ask me, so what do I do? Well, here's the only instruction you need today. And it's conceptual. It's not a checklist. I'm not going to tell you to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and write in your journal for 2 hours. You need to draw one line in the sand, a line that you'll be happy and proud to be judged by. And then keep it when no one is watching. Let time stack the weight. Then walk into rooms with your mouth closed and watch how the room answers you. That answer is your proof. If you're sick of being told you have to be a tactless monster just to be a man, hear me. That was never manhood. That was panic in a mask. You don't need to become louder. You need to become undeniable. That's what this book builds. Language, lines, and the gravity that follows. Here's how we can end this cleanly. If this hits you in the ribs, buy the book. You're not an alpha, you're an asshole. The brutal truth about real power. The link's in the description below. Read it. Let it insult what needs to die and strengthen what needs to live. If you want a human in the loop while you build this into money, marriage, and leadership, apply for Identity Reboot coaching now. That's also in the link. I'm not selling comfort. I'm offering consequences that make you free. I'm Mitchell Palmer. You know my name, damn it.